Hey everyone. In part 2 of our Deku Speedforce series, we explore how his super speed fuels gossip and drama in his relationships. Let's dive in. Present Mike, let's welcome to the final fight of the sports festival, the explosive Bakugo against the orange Kendo and the fast Midoriya. Midnight, ready? All three, nods. Midnight, begin. Bakugo launched himself at Izuku using his explosions, but Izuku dodged easily and punched him in the face. Bakugo expected this, so he grabbed Izuku by the stomach and blasted him at close range. Izuku was barely hurt but had some clothes burned and a bit of flesh scorched. Kendo took advantage of Bakugo's distraction and landed a punch with her quirk activated, nearly sending Bakugo out of the ring, but he returned using his explosions. Kendo, Kachan, we haven't fought in years. Bakugo, and I always won. That won't change, Orange. Kendo, who are you calling Orange? Pouts. Izuku, focus. Izuku vanished in a blink and punched Kendo in the stomach, then ran towards Bakugo and hit him in the face. Bakugo anticipated this and created an explosion, hitting Izuku's chest despite his speed, tearing his clothes. Izuku, looks like someone studied. Bakugo, the only way to beat you is to think like you. Kendo, that really hurt. Izuku, this isn't over yet. Bakugo, far from over, nerd. Kendo, always so pumped up. Kendo ran towards Bakugo. He tried to hit her with an explosion, but she ducked and dodged, landing 2 punches on his legs and making him lose balance. She then punched his back, sending him crashing to the ground. Izuku quickly ran to Kendo's side, faking a kick to make her block, then punched her in the head. As Bakugo got up, Izuku pinned him down with his foot, while Kendo hit Bakugo in the face with her quirk, confusing him just long enough for her to land another punch in his chest. Bakugo got up and blasted Kendo out of the ring. Kendo, damn, that was exhausted tiring. Present Mike, only Izuku Midoriya and Bakugo Katsuki remain, who will win? Bakugo, alright nerd, it's just you and me now. Izuku got up and started running around Bakugo to confuse him. Bakugo shot explosions, but none hit. Izuku ran fast enough to generate an electric shock, hitting Bakugo with it. Bakugo froze from the electric current, and Izuku took the chance to strike. He punched Bakugo in the stomach, kicked his back, and then jumped on him, kicking his face out of the ring, giving Izuku the win. On the podium, Toga, my boyfriend won, just as expected, swinging her head from side to side. Melissa, for the umpteenth time, he's not your boyfriend. Toga, not yet, but he will be. I'm sure of it. Jiru, honestly, I don't see what you see in him. Toga, are you kidding? He's a hunk, his face looks chiseled by angels themselves. Jiru, I still don't see it. What about you, Melissa? Melissa, look, watching Izuku leave the arena. Look, Izuku's going to rest, let's go congratulate him. Leaves. Jiru, do you think so? Toga, will he like it? Who knows? Jiru, well, it looks like you have competition. Toga, no one will take Izuku from me. Leaves. Jiru, Kaminari is in the infirmary, I'll check on him and then join them. In the rest area. Izuku, that was harder than I thought. Melissa, hey Midoriya. Izuku, Melissa. Melissa, I thought you'd win faster, you know, with your quirk. Izuku, ha ha, very funny. Melissa, stop being so grumpy. Actually, I'm surprised you weren't taken to the infirmary after all those explosions from Bakugo. Izuku, my quirk also gives me faster regeneration, but it's automatic and I get tired while healing. Melissa, your quirk is great, but it has too many downsides. Izuku, speaking of quirks, Melissa, I wanted to ask you something about yours. Melissa, nervous, sure, what do you want to ask? Izuku, well, after you left, I stayed talking with All Might and Toga, hugs him. You were amazing, and I'm not just talking about last night. Melissa, last night? Izuku, nothing happened, calm down. Now, let go. Toga, maybe, but. Izuku, but what? Toga, Toga, love saying no when someone thinks they have the upper hand. Izuku breaks free from the hug. Damn. Izuku, that's all you wanted to say? Toga, I can cross that off my list of things I wanted to say. Melissa, their relationship is pretty weird. Izuku, tell me about it. Here's his name over the PA. Well, looks like they're calling us for the grand final. Gets up, I'll see you back later. Leaves. Melissa, Toga, you're not seriously dating Izuku, are you? Toga, I am dating him. He just doesn't know it yet. Melissa, I see. In the arena. Midnight, please welcome the top 3 placers, Izuku Midoriya, Itsuka Kendo, and Bakugo Katsuki. Izuku stepped into the arena to cheers and applause for him and his friends. This brought a small smile to his face. As Midnight continued speaking and Izuku walked to the top of the podium, he felt good. He knew the feeling wouldn't last long but wanted to enjoy it. For the first time, he had friends, something he had thought impossible during his childhood. When All Might came down to present the medal, Izuku froze, as if time had stopped. When he looked again, Speedforce was right in front of him. Izuku, why now? Speedforce, what better way to celebrate your victory than to warn you not to get complacent? Izuku, what are you planning? Speedforce, nothing, actually. I want to save you from an almost inevitable future. Izuku, last time I checked, you wanted me to be a villain. Speedforce, apparently, that's the only way to save you. But I see you're motivated to be a hero now. Izuku. Speedforce, listen, Izuku, a crisis will happen this year, and only you can prevent it. If you're not ready, everything you care about will be lost. Even if you save them, you might be the one who loses. Izuku, looking at the sky for 5 years you've seen me as the odd one out. Now I finally have something, friends, Jiru, Kendo, Melissa, Toga, and Kaminari. Even if my class hates me, as long as I have them, I can face anything. Speedforce, well, accelerate, the choice is yours. And don't think I'll stop appearing just because you ignore me. See you later, hero. Izuku, I hope you pick a better time next time. Time returns to normal. All Might, Midoriya Shonen, for showing strength and spirit in this festival, I award you first place, puts the medal on him and whispers sorry for before, Shonen. I had doubts, but you seem reliable, steps back everyone, say it with me. Audience, Pluius. All Might, thank you for participating. Audience, Ultra? All Might. Audience, that's not right, All Might. ISNTIT plus Ultra? All Might, ha 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 ha. At the festival exit, Izuku was saying goodbye to Kendo, who wanted to get home early as she was tired. Toga had disappeared, probably running home, and Kaminari and Jiru went to their homes. Only Izuku and Melissa were left. Melissa, Midoriya. Izuku, hey Melissa, I want to continue my question from earlier. Melissa, what question? Izuku, about your quirk. Melissa, well, that'll have to wait. Izuku, why? Melissa, it's only 4 p.m. Izuku, so? Melissa, there's a movie I wanted to see, and it's not far from here. Izuku, if you want me to take you, just ask. Melissa, actually, I wanted you to join me to watch it. Izuku, what, like a date? Melissa, basically, yes. Izuku. Melissa, come on, the trailer looked really nice, and I want to see it with someone special. Izuku, slightly blushing, what's the movie called? Melissa, La La Land. Izuku, the one with Emma Stone? Melissa, yes, that's the one. Shall we go? Izuku, sure, let's go. Melissa, yay. Izuku, alright, let's go. Melissa, yay. Izuku, where to? Melissa, the mall, Mordekaiser. Izuku, Mordekaiser, it's not too far, bends down, get on. Melissa, I can't ride like a princess? Izuku, ha ha ha, no. Melissa, okay. Melissa climbed onto Izuku's back, and he started heading to the movies. The trip was short, thanks to his speed. Since they didn't know what to do while waiting for the next show, they went to a store. It was a game store, surprising Izuku. Melissa, surprised? Izuku, I didn't think you played video games, to be honest. Melissa, I used to play a lot, but with all the hero stuff, I lost all my free time. Izuku, I used to draw, to calm down a bit. Melissa, life too fast for you? Izuku, ha ha, how many speed jokes will you make? Melissa, as many as needed to make you laugh. Izuku, I don't think you'll succeed. Melissa, one day I'll make you laugh and see a Midoriya smile. Izuku, Midoriya smile? Melissa, exactly, looking at the games, they have Overwatch. Izuku, no idea. Melissa, it's a class-based FPS. Izuku. Melissa, like Team Fortress. Izuku, the only games I've played are fighting games, and in the arcade. Melissa, so after the movie, I challenge you to a duel. Izuku, I accept the challenge. Melissa, the movie starts in 10, let's go. Izuku, I'll catch up, I need to use the bathroom. Melissa, think you'll make it? Izuku, looks at her seriously. Melissa, oh right, speed quirk, hitting her head, I'll get the tickets. Izuku, okay, now, looks at a game shelf. Melissa went to the ticket booth to get the tickets. Since it was a weekday and the festival had been recent, there weren't many people, so the line moved quickly. She stood in front of the cinema, and Izuku soon appeared with a bag in hand. Melissa, what did you buy? Izuku, this is the game you wanted, right? Takes out Overwatch. Melissa, what? Izuku, please calm down. Melissa, how, when, what, why? Izuku, I owe you a lot, to be honest. You saved me twice this month and invited me to the movies today. It's the least I can do to repay you, hands her the bag. Melissa, wow, and said, wow, hugs him. Izuku, we're going to miss the movie, hiding his embarrassment. Melissa, thank you, let's go, I like this Izuku more. Izuku, this Izuku? Melissa, you know, the sweet one. Izuku, I'm not sweet. Melissa, no matter how serious you act, your freckled innocent face stays the same. Izuku, Melissa, well, let's go, Izuku. Izuku, huh? Melissa, well, I don't like calling people by their last names, okay? You call me Melissa, not Shield, so it seems fair. Izuku, let's just watch the movie. Melissa, let's go. Izuku and Melissa went to buy popcorn and sodas for both of them. At the beginning of the movie, they just talked or whispered about the scenes. As the movie went on, they paid more attention and forgot about their surroundings. By the end of the movie, Melissa had her head resting on Izuku's shoulder. He didn't notice until he turned around to see the credits. Melissa, unaware, moved her head and acted as if nothing happened. After leaving the theater, Izuku was still a bit red-faced. Melissa, the ending, right? It leaves you feeling empty, doesn't it? Izuku, kind of? Nervous. Melissa, you're blushing, what happened? Too much love for you. Izuku, the movie was so good that I turned red from excitement. Melissa, checking her phone, hey, there's still time for the arcade. Izuku, define time because it's 7. Melissa, oh come on, or are you scared to fight me? Izuku, you asked for it, Melissa. Melissa, to the arcade then. Izuku and Melissa walked to the arcade, which was in the same mall, so it wasn't far enough for Izuku to use his quirk. Izuku, alright, we're here. Which game first? Melissa, Mortal Kombat. Izuku, you asked for it. They both paid for some tokens and went to the machine. Melissa, I'm surprised you still have money after this, pointing at the bag. Izuku, I never needed to spend much money, so I saved what my mom gave me. As I started traveling more, she got me a card for emergencies if she's not around. Melissa, you don't see your mom much? Izuku, once a week, maybe twice. Melissa, wow. Izuku, you're far from home, so it's almost the same. Melissa, yeah, but I have Uncle Toshi, Uncle Toshinori, picking a character. Izuku, you were going to say All Might, weren't you? Melissa, no, how could you think that? How could All Might be my uncle? Nervous, well, you're going with Jax, right? Izuku, yep, and just to say, All Might is a hero for everyone, so he could be considered your family. Melissa, you say some weird things sometimes. Izuku, no, I just said he's one for all. Melissa, very funny, 1 second, what did you just say? Starting the fight. Izuku, that he's one for all. Melissa, Izuku. Izuku, what's up? Keeps playing. Melissa, Izuku pauses the game. Izuku. Melissa, how the hell do you know? Izuku, number 1, you always whisper it before you activate it. Melissa, damn, that's true. Izuku, and number 2, All Might confirmed it to me. Melissa, All Might? Izuku, after you left for your fight, I stayed chatting with him, and he knows I know, and now you know. Melissa, I'm really bad at keeping secrets, restarting the game. Izuku, no, I'm just a good detective. Melissa, SOS Beshoto. Izuku, don't do that again. Melissa, it's a really good nickname. Izuku, just don't say it in front of him. Melissa, okay, okay. Melissa and Izuku kept playing for a while until they checked the time. It was 9, and Melissa had to get home early. Izuku picked her up again and raced to her house. In a few seconds, they were in front of her place. Izuku, all right, we're here. Melissa, okay, you have to leave before. They opened the front door. Toshinori, what time do you call this, Melissa? Melissa, damn, okay, I have to admit I was a bit late, but I wasn't alone, pointing at Izuku. Toshinori, young Midoriya, it's a surprise to see you here. Izuku, she knows. Toshinori, she knows that you know? Melissa, I know that Izuku knows I have one for all. Toshinori, well, it looks like our circle is expanding. Izuku, don't worry, I won't say anything, was about to leave. Toshinori, young Midoriya, before you go, I need to apologize. I judged you based on your actions. I don't approve of them, but in the end, you want to be a hero, and that's what matters. Izuku, thank you, All Might, I accept your apology gladly. Toshinori, well, I ordered pizza. If you want, you can grab a slice from Dante's. Izuku, don't worry, I was leaving anyway. Toshinori, alright, I'll head out then, leaves. Melissa, so, did you enjoy the date? Izuku, for my first date, it was interesting, I won't deny it. Melissa, come here. Izuku, what? Melissa, gets closer and gives him a kiss on the cheek, see you tomorrow at school, Izuku. Izuku, yes, see you tomorrow, Melissa, leaves. Melissa, he's such an idiot, goes into her house. Toshinori, I'm not entirely convinced, but if you like him, I can't interfere. Melissa, uncle. Izuku got home and made dinner with a smile on his face. His day had been good overall. After a while, he was about to go to bed when he was contacted by the Speedforce. Speedforce, I see you're having fun, huh? Izuku, you again. Izuku, you again? Speedforce, calm down, I'm just here to warn you. I noticed being a villain isn't for you. Izuku, and what are you warning me about this time? Speedforce, listen carefully, what I said at the festival is not a joke. Izuku, the fate of this era is in your hands. Don't let your emotions control you. You will be your own worst villain. Izuku, listen, Speedforce, I have other things to think about right now. The internships are next week, and I want to focus on that. Besides, as long as I have everyone, I know I won't mess up. Speedforce, if you say so. Accelerate. After that, Izuku woke up to go to UA. He arrived quite early, feeling happy about his current situation and not caring what others thought. He reached his spot where Jiru and Kaminari were already there. Jiru, what are you talking about? Kaminari, after the internship, a date. Jiru, I'm not good at these things. Kaminari, neither am I, but if Midoriya can, why can't we? Izuku, what? Jiru, what? Melissa, arriving, what's going on? Kaminari, don't play dumb. I saw you at the mall yesterday. It looked like a date. Jiru, I didn't think Midoriya would be on a date. I didn't see you in a relationship. Izuku, ha ha. Melissa, wow, you caught us. Izuku, it doesn't matter anyway. Kaminari, so, what do you say? Jiru, okay, after the internship. Kaminari, yes, hugging Jiru and putting his hand out for Izuku to give a high five. Izuku, gives the high five, good job, Pikachu, taking the first step. Kaminari, just as it should be. Kendo, what are you all so excited about? Just arriving. Izuku, Kaminari asked Jiru out, and she said yes. Kaminari, and my bro Izuku went on a date with Melissa yesterday. Kendo, oh, good you told me. Wait, what? Izuku and Melissa had a date? Melissa, it's not like we wanted to hide it, right Izu-kun? Izuku, wait, what's with the Izu-kun? Toga, looks like I have a rival. Izuku, I knew someone was missing. Toga, a day away, and you're already dating someone else? Pout. Izuku, I'm not dating you. Toga, indignant, pouting. Kendo, but you're dating Melissa. Kaminari, F. Izuku, quickly thinks of something. Aizawa, entering the room. Let's start class, but first, I need to explain something. Izuku, thank God, alright, we better sit down. Toga, whispers see you on the roof at break. Izuku, nods. Aizawa, as some of you know, or others don't, looking at Mineta, the festival wasn't just to introduce the new generation. It was also for your internships. At the end of the week, you'll work with a professional hero to help you improve. There's a bag with hero applications pointing to it. Once I finish handing them out, I'll give you time to decide which one to choose. Think carefully because I have a surprise for you when you return. Most of the kids received an application letter. Our green-haired hero got one from a hero named Reverse. He knew little about this hero, except that their quirks were similar, both could run at high speeds. Melissa also got several offers but chose to go with Gran Torino. Coincidentally, both agencies were in the same city, so they might see each other if they patrol at the same time. After everyone gave Aizawa their choices, the bell rang, and the green-haired hero went straight to the roof. A few minutes later, Toga arrived. Izuku, why did you want to see me here? Toga, you know, you're the first one who's been friendly with me sitting down. Izuku, I guess so. Not many people see someone beyond their quirk. Toga, I suppose you're right. Izuku, is this about Melissa? Toga, no, it's not. Calm down. Besides, bothering you as your girlfriend is fun, so I'll keep doing it. Izuku, and I was worried for nothing, so you're just doing it to annoy me? Toga, yes, smiling, and it's always fun. Izuku, well, did you get any letters? Toga, yes, from Mount Lady. She seems to be a new hero. Izuku, pretty new. Good luck with your internship. Toga, Izuku Midoriya just wished me luck. Didn't see that coming. Izuku, sometimes I can be a nice person, okay? Toga, if you say so. Do you want to stay, or should we join the others? Izuku, let's join the others. But first, why didn't you come yesterday? Toga, my parents called me. They're leaving the city. They'll still send money for school, but they're leaving the house locked up. They don't want me to commit a crime in their house, apparently. Izuku, you wouldn't do that. Toga, don't be so sure. I can be dangerous. Shows her fangs. Izuku, like a cat. Toga, hey pout. Izuku, alright, let's go. After talking with Toga, the week passed quickly. Kendo went with the heroine, as did Momo. Kaminari and Jiru went with the same hero, and Izuku went with Reverse. His facility looked like a lab, Star Labs. Izuku knew it was abandoned before, but now it was a hero's agency. The place had some security, but he just had to use the pass Aizawa gave him to get in. He took an elevator down and met a man who looked no older than 40, with black hair and glasses. His hero costume was in a display case. It was mostly white with yellow stripes and a large yellow lightning bolt in the middle. Reverse, so, our guest has arrived. Sorry, what's your hero name again? Izuku, Accelerate. Reverse, so, Accelerate, nice name, but with so many names. Izuku, I guess it's not very creative. Reverse, alright, Accelerate or Izuku, what do you prefer? Izuku, Izuku is fine, sir. Harrison Wells, but you can call me Harry. Izuku, okay, Harry. Where do we start? Harry, to begin, we'll go to the command room, so to speak. There, Vibe and Frost work. They're the only ones in my agency right now. They're still new to this hero stuff, but they'll learn. Vibe, Mr. Harrison, here's the latest for the week. It seems the hero killer has been active. Harry, Stain, his name is Stain. Vibe, nicknames are better, don't you think, newbie? Izuku, I think hero killer works fine. Vibe, see? Harry, alright, I'll let you name the villains. Vibe, great, my creativity will shine. You'll see leaves. Izuku, I'm guessing he's Vibe? Harry, exactly. Now, for your first day, let's see what you can do. Frost? Frost, what's up? Harry, show him where he'll stay, please. I'll set up the training room. He should get into his hero suit and meet us there. Frost, understood. Frost showed Izuku around the facility, which included a lab, a medical area, and lodging. Izuku changed into his hero suit and followed Frost to the training room. In the center was a field with several dummies to hit, and around it was a circular track. Frost, well, if you'll excuse me, leaves. Izuku, pretty cold, and I'm saying it. Harry, she'll warm up to you. But first, kid, let's see what you're made of. Hit this dummy. Izuku, light punch. Harry, no, like this. Use your quirk. Do as many punches as you can in 10 seconds, takes out a stopwatch, your score will show on the screen. Ready? Izuku, nods. Harry, alright, and now presses the button. Izuku started hitting the dummy as fast as he could, hitting the body and head. Harry called out when the 10 seconds were up, and Izuku stopped to see his score. Harry, good, 452 punches. Izuku, that's the best I could do. Harry, never say it's the best because, for us, speed quirks always have room for improvement. Numbers, like speed, are infinite. For us starts the stopwatch. Harry began hitting the dummy too, but he targeted vital points a person would normally have. When time was up, his score appeared. Izuku, and the score is looks at the screen 1200 surprised. Harry, see, there's always room for improvement. Now let's have a race points to the track. Izuku, in circles? Harry, exactly. The advantage for us is that it'll feel like a straight path. The more we practice our quirk, the faster we can run. Izuku, how do you know so much about this? I mean, we don't have the same quirks. Harry, well, same thing. Who can make more laps in 10 seconds, goes to the starting area. Izuku, a speedster duel, reverse. Harry, same thing. FL accelerate. Izuku, 1, 2. Harry, 3. Both started running. In real time, it was just 10 seconds, but for them, time felt slower. As Izuku ran, he saw how reverse went faster and faster. Izuku tried to catch up but was always a bit behind, though not by much. At the end of the 10 seconds, reverse made one more lap than Izuku. Harry, kid, you still have things to learn. Izuku, that's why I'm here, master. Harry, well said, kid. Now go rest. We'll have dinner later. If you want, you can explore the city. Izuku, okay, I'll head to my room. Leaves. Harry, alright, now I just have to wait. Izuku went to the room where he'd stay that week. He took out his phone from his backpack and saw a message from Melissa. Melissa, Izuku. Izuku, I finished my training with Gran Torino. I also finished my training. Where should we meet? There's a lab near a shopping area, it was abandoned. Star Labs, I think it's called. My internship is there. Perfect, let's meet at that plaza, okay? Got it. Izuku changed into casual clothes and went to the plaza Melissa mentioned. Harry had given him directions, and he arrived before she did. He was waiting when Melissa covers Izuku's eyes. Whom? Izuku, Melissa, you got here quicker than I thought. Melissa, haha, removes her hands, we're ready. Izuku, let's go. Melissa, yay. Izuku and Melissa walked around the plaza, buying some things and seeing the city. Izuku, so, what did you learn with Gran Torino? Melissa, my moves are pretty clumsy. I need to improve, and thanks to his help, I got a bit better. I know how to move more smoothly with full cowl. How about you? Izuku, I still have a lot to learn. I can be faster, much faster. Melissa, that's great. Izuku, is something wrong? Melissa, I wanted to ask you if, since we're hanging out, does this count as a second date? Izuku, blushing, I don't know what to say, Melissa, seems we're both a bit awkward. How about we try, going out? Izuku, I've never been in a relationship before. Plus, we're at the internship, and Aizawa said he'd have a surprise for us. Melissa, yeah, I guess you're right. So, once this is all over and things settle down, let's talk about it. Izuku, yeah, that sounds best. Melissa, great. Let's head back then. My bus is about to leave. Izuku, okay, I'll walk you there. Izuku walked Melissa to her bus stop. When they arrived, she said goodbye with a kiss on the forehead and got on the bus. This made Izuku blush, and he went straight back to the labs and to his room. Harry, kid, tomorrow we'll patrol the city. It seems the hero killer is more active, and it's our turn. Got it? Izuku, roger that. Harry, good, then rest up. Tomorrow will be a long day. Izuku, okay, see you tomorrow, Mr. Harry. Harry, see you tomorrow, Midoriya. Izuku went to sleep relatively easily. He was a bit tired, and sleep would do him good. While the green-haired hero slept, Harrison touched a part of the lab wall and found another suit. It was very similar to Izuku's, but it wasn't armor and had the colors reversed. Harry, see you tomorrow, Flash. It was late in the city. Our green-haired hero was at the training area with Harry to practice his speed and learn new tricks. Izuku, so, what are we doing today? Harry, slow down, speedster. Today, I'll show you some tricks you probably didn't know. Izuku, I don't think there's anything I don't know. Harry, believe me, there is. For example, starts running in circles. Did you know that running in circles in a small space can create an air zone? Imagine an astronaut without an air tank in space. Izuku, I didn't know that. Harry, that's the benefit of having years of experience. Plus, you can't learn everything on your own. Stops running, ready to learn? Izuku, I'm eager too. With Melissa. The blonde was training her moves with Gran Torino. Although she could imitate many moves, she still needed to perfect them and see if she could move in certain ways. Melissa, so, how do I do it? Gran Torino, you still need a bit more practice. Bend your legs more and stop thinking so much when you move. Body movement over mind is key. Melissa, sorry, it's a habit to think things through before doing them. Gran Torino, don't worry. Actually, I was surprised to see you use full cowl. How did you figure it out? Melissa, a school friend helped me, Izuku Midoriya. He gave me some tips about my quirk. Gran Torino, that's good. Pauses, does he know about one for all? Melissa, basically, yes. He also knows that All Might gave me his power. Gran Torino, when I see Toshi, remind me to punch him in the face. Melissa, he pretty much figured it out on his own. I don't know how he got Uncle All Might to confess, but he seems to be good at, detective work. Gran Torino, I'll assume he's safe, for now. All Might at UA feels his life was just saved, and for some reason, he sheds a tear of happiness. Melissa, Gran Torino, it seems I can absorb lightning or energy. I'm not sure. Gran Torino, what? Melissa, during one test, Izuku lost control of his quirk. For some reason, I was able to absorb the lightning coming from him when activating One for All. Gran Torino, absorb, wait a second, Melissa, activate your full cowl and try to control those rays so they don't come out. Melissa, okay. The blonde activated full cowl as the former pro hero said. She focused on keeping the rays inside her. After several seconds, she succeeded. The rays no longer came out, but red lines similar to the rays appeared around her body, and she was emitting steam. She couldn't maintain this form for long, so after a deep breath, she returned to normal. Melissa, what was that? Tired. Gran Torino, just as I thought. The rays are energy your body can't contain, so it expels them. After all, One for All is an energy quirk. But from what I see, you can't maintain it for long. Melissa, no, I couldn't. Breathes deeply. It felt like my whole body was burning, but I also felt lighter. Gran Torino, in the remaining days, we'll focus on that. This form can be very useful, but for now, it's time for patrolling. Get your hero suit. We're taking the train. Melissa, understood. With Izuku. Harry, see, it's not just about speed. Izuku, I expected the water trick, but thinking at the same speed I run is super useful. Harry, see, there are many skills you don't know about, and honestly, I don't understand them all either. But, wow, the possibilities are huge. Izuku, Speedforce, how did I not know this? Speedforce, you never asked. Izuku, true. Harry, kid, are you listening? Izuku, yeah. What's the exercise? Harry, break that concrete wall, pointing to the one behind him. Izuku, easy task, starting to vibrate his hand. Harry, no, kid, not like that. Use your strength, no phasing allowed. Izuku, what? Wait, if I run fast enough, maybe I can break it. But how fast would I need to go? I'm not fast enough too, starting to mumble. Harry, okay, that's weird. At sound speed. If you run that fast, your impact will be fast enough. Izuku, okay, I'll try. Izuku ran in circles on the track, getting faster and faster. He felt a small explosion next to him once he broke the sound barrier. He made one last lap and broke the wall with a punch. Harry, that's what I was talking about, raising his hand. Izuku, high five, cool, I reached sound speed. I didn't think it was possible. Harry, as I said, there's always room for improvement. But now, it's time for patrol. Get your suit. Izuku, understood. Izuku went to his room, changed into his hero suit, and Reverse did the same, taking his suit from the display case. Both were in front of Star Laboratories, ready to patrol with Vibe and Frost. Vibe, so, what's the plan? Harry, roofs. Since you can open portals, watch the roofs for any suspicious movements. Frost, head north. That's where the hero killer was last seen. The kid and I will go to the center to cover more ground. Frost, nods. Harry, good, let's go. Vibe opens a portal and is transported to a building roof. Frost creates an ice ramp to move, and Izuku and Harry use their speed to get to the center. Harry, okay, we're here. Izuku, it's already dark, isn't it? Harry, time flies. Izuku. Harry, speedster jokes. Alright, kid, you take the right, I'll go left. Understood? Izuku, understood. Izuku ran to the direction Harry pointed. He saw empty streets, people walking around, until an explosion happened in the distance. He ran to check it out and saw Endeavor fighting a Nomu, a bit different from the USJ-1 but still intimidating. He also saw other professional heroes, including an older man next to Endeavor. He heard Endeavor call him Gran Torino and remembered that's the hero Melissa was working with. He looked around for her, but as he was about to run, Harry called him. Harry, kid, if you heard the explosion, head that way. We need to help. Frost and Vibe are on their way. Izuku, my friend Melissa is supposed to be with a pro hero here, but I don't see her. I'm going to look for her. Harry, understood. Be careful, kid. Izuku, don't worry, starts running. Minutes earlier with Melissa. Gran Torino went to confront the Nomu that attacked the train. He told Melissa to stay back, but she couldn't just stand by. She jumped off the train to find the Nomu but heard a deep scream from an alley. She activated full cowl and headed toward the sound. When she arrived, she saw a badly injured pro hero and Ida on the ground, apparently unable to move. The hero killer was about to kill him. Fortunately for Ida, Melissa arrived with full cowl and kicked the villain. The villain reacted quickly and recovered. Ida, Melissa? Melissa, hey, I was passing by and couldn't help saving your butt. Ida, the villain's friend, what are you doing here? Angry. Melissa, seriously, even now? Ida, I don't want to be saved by someone like you. Melissa, unfortunately, I can't honor that request. Now, dodges a knife, damn. Stain, you're really annoying. Stain lunged at Melissa quickly. Thanks to full cowl, she could dodge the anti-hero's cuts. She found an opening but quickly ducked to avoid another cut from Stain and stepped back. Melissa was thinking of a plan, but Stain lunged at her again, aiming for her head. She dodged, but Stain moved his foot, making her lose her balance. At that moment, Stain managed to cut her cheek. She reacted and used her feet to push the anti-hero's knife away. She saw how close it came to her and wondered why this was happening, but Stain didn't give her a break. Each strike aimed for a vital point. She managed to go toward a wall and pushed off to the opposite side. Melissa, you're pretty fast. Stain, seems you forgot something, grabs the flying knife and licks it. At that moment, Melissa felt her body freeze. She couldn't move. Stain noticed his quirk had taken effect and quickly approached Ida with his katana. Melissa, hey, your fight is with me. Let him go. Stain, a hero seeking revenge isn't a hero. Stain stabbed his sword into Ida's back, leaving him unconscious. He turned to Melissa, who couldn't move. He approached her slowly, reached her, and placed his sword against Melissa's throat. Izuku was arriving at the scene, seeing Stain about to cut Melissa's throat. Izuku felt helpless and realized he wouldn't make it in time. The green-haired hero tried to run faster. As he accelerated, he saw Stain and Melissa seeming to move in reverse. He was a bit scared but didn't pay it much attention. Stain went back to before he stabbed Ida. Izuku punched Stain in the face, sending him flying away. Melissa, Izuku. Izuku, I'm here. Did I rewind time? Stain, pests appear everywhere. Stain, they appear like pests. Izuku, you fought well, Melissa. Now it's my turn, yellow lightning erupts from his body. Melissa, Izuku. Stain, don't think it'll be easy, kid. Stain ran at Izuku, trying to slash him with his katana. The green-haired boy dodged and got behind him, punching him in the side, then kicked him across the room into a wall. Before the anti-hero could recover, Izuku was already in front of him, landing a punch to his stomach and then stabbing him with one of his knives, causing a pained scream. What Izuku didn't expect was that Stain had a hidden knife, which he used to cut Izuku's arm. Izuku responded with a punch to Stain's face, pushing him away. As Izuku prepared to finish the fight, he found he couldn't move. Stain's quirk took effect after he licked the knife that cut him. Izuku, damn. Stain, hero's problem, they can be too confident. Izuku, I should have figured out his quirk, another mistake that could cost lives. As Stain approached Izuku, Melissa kicked him in the face. Melissa, I'm also tired, a hero. Stain, that was quick. Melissa, so, where did we leave off? She cracks her knuckles. Izuku, finish him. Melissa, that was the plan. Melissa began focusing and controlled the lightning within her like she did with Gran Torino. She started emitting smoke but controlled it well. The blonde ran faster than before and punched Stain in the face, then kicked him, and finished with an aerial move, slamming him into the ground and knocking him out. Izuku, I can move again. Melissa, means it's over. Ida, Melissa, even if I don't like you, I can't let you die. Izuku, I would have let him. Melissa, hits him, stop joking, feels pain and screams, ah. Izuku, what's wrong? Lifts her up. Melissa, I think I overdid it, you know how that goes. Izuku, even in pain, you're joking. Melissa, jokes never die. After a few minutes, the police arrived, saw the damage, and called professionals. Reverse defeated Anomu with Gran Torino's help. After that, Ida, Izuku, and Melissa went to the hospital for treatment. Izuku initially refused since he healed quickly, but Melissa convinced him. They stayed just one day as Melissa and Izuku had minor injuries. Ida stayed longer. The police chief warned them that they can't do this, they're not licensed heroes, so it's illegal. Fortunately, the credits went to Endeavor, so it didn't escalate, leaving us on the last day of internships. Reverse, well, kid, I guess it's goodbye. Izuku, I'd say it's a see you later. Reverse, one last race? Izuku, why not? But before that, I wanted to ask if it's possible to reverse time when moving at high speeds. Reverse, in theory, yes, but I've never seen it, so I couldn't say. Why? Did you reverse time? Izuku, no, just curious, better keep that to myself. Reverse, well, messing with time threads isn't a good idea. Ready to lose? Izuku, let's see the results of my training. Reverse. Reverse, I bet, accelerate. Izuku, 1, 2. Reverse, 3. Both dashed off at the count of 3. Although they seemed even at first, Reverse gained an edge and won again, but this time he had to be more serious. Izuku, you're too fast. Harry, kid, I'm sure that in the future, you'll be able to beat me. Izuku, you think so? I doubt it. Harry, well, it's your last day, pack up and don't hesitate to come back next time. Izuku, I'll beat you next time. Harry, I believe it, kid, I believe it. After the final training with Harry, Izuku returned to UA. Classes were starting, and All Might had an exercise plan for everyone to see how much they had improved with professional heroes. It was quite simple. Midoriya, Ojiro, Ida, Mina, Sero, Melissa, and Kendo had to run through buildings to reach the finish line and destroy any robots they encountered. Kaminari, who do you think will win? Kyoka, honestly, Izuku will destroy them, but probably Sero after that. Toga, I agree, after all, Izuku is all about speed. With Izuku. Izuku, wasn't there a better exercise? Melissa, oh come on, it'll be fun to see our progress, even if yours isn't as noticeable. Kendo, I feel like I'm at a total disadvantage. All Might, ready, start. Everyone shot off towards the finish line, except two people, Izuku and Melissa. The blonde paused for a few seconds to activate full cowl breath, then shot off, while the green-haired boy just sat down. Ida was leading the race until Melissa, now faster thanks to Gran Torino, caught up. As they neared the finish, Izuku stood up and began running. Despite being behind, the green-haired boy scaled buildings and ran at full speed to the finish line. Melissa, just inches away, saw a gust of wind pass her side. Izuku had won. Melissa was second and Ida third. Kendo, using her hands, swung through loose pipes. She didn't beat Sero but avoided finishing last. Izuku, told you, it was easy. Ida, everything's easy for a villain. Izuku, a villain, huh? Need I remind you who saved your butt, moves closer. Melissa, guys, separating them, calm down, let's go back to the others. Kendo, finally made it. It seems unfair to put me with a speed group. Izuku, but you managed not to come last. Ojiro fell, and it cost him. Pat yourself on the back sometimes. Kendo, I'll think about it. Melissa, let's go to the others then. Izuku, let's go. The three reached Kaminari and Jiro, who were amazed by their friend's progress. But they weren't behind. In the other tests, they showed improvement. The day went by until the next morning, when midterm exams began, but these weren't ordinary tests. They included a practical exam where they would face professional heroes. Izuku was paired with Momo Yaoyorozu, and according to Aizawa, this exam would affect their camp training visit. So the green-haired boy needed to cooperate with Momo. Jiro also advised him to get along with her. On the other hand, Melissa was teamed up with Bakugo to defeat All Might. During the battle, Izuku, so, any plan? Momo, Izuku, look, despite what you think of me, I want to pass this exam, so let's cooperate. Momo, well, I still think you're not a hero, but not a villain either. I also want to pass, so I'll overlook it. What's the plan? Izuku, create anything, whatever, but progressively. I'll do reconnaissance, tries to run but can't, damn. Momo, what's wrong? Izuku, he's here. Aizawa, don't think I'll let you search for me easily, accelerate. Aizawa, don't think I'll let you find me so easily, accelerate. Aizawa threw one of his bindings at the green-haired boy, but he dodged it. Momo created a shield and sword to attack Aizawa, while Izuku looked for a blind spot to move in. Momo charged at the hero, but Aizawa dodged her attack with a binding and took away her shield. When he looked back, Izuku had vanished. Aizawa, damn it. Izuku ran towards Aizawa and tried to land a punch in his stomach to finish the fight. Aizawa grabbed the shield he had taken from Momo and used it to block the attack, reducing its impact. Izuku kept running and tried to flank Aizawa, while Momo attempted to create objects, but Aizawa kept stopping her. This time, Izuku started spinning in a circle to generate a lightning strike and threw it at the hero. It hit, but Izuku soon lost the ability to use his quirk. The pro hero threw Momo's shield to block the lightning and quickly neutralized Izuku's powers. Momo seized the chance and created a staff to hit Aizawa, but the dark-haired hero dodged the strike and, while keeping his eyes on Izuku, captured Momo with his bindings. Aizawa, looks like this is the end of the line. Izuku, I can still fight hand to hand. Izuku charged at the hero. Aizawa tried to trap him with his bindings, but Izuku dodged and aimed a punch at Aizawa's face. He missed badly as Aizawa evaded the hit and immobilized him. Aizawa, now it's really the end of the line. You'll need to improve. Dodges a strike from Momo what? Momo, I cut the binding, but it was harder than I thought. When Aizawa turned, Izuku seized the opportunity, vibrating through the binding. He jumped and managed to land a punch on Aizawa's jaw. While still in the air, Izuku grabbed the binding and wrapped it around Aizawa, then dropped him to the ground, bound in the tape. Izuku, that was tougher than I thought. Momo, thanks. Izuku, huh? Momo, your hand-to-hand attack gave me enough time to escape and almost catch him by surprise. Izuku, and thanks to that, I could free myself and entangle him. It was teamwork, no need to say thanks. Momo, alright. Aizawa, I'm glad you're getting along better with your teammates, Midoriya. But if you haven't noticed, I'm still tied up. Izuku, oh, right. Well, it's your tape. Aizawa, Midoriya, Yaoyorozu, you won. Now, free me. Momo, I don't know, what do you think, Midoriya? Izuku, I say we. Aizawa, uses his quirk either you get me out, or I'll pull you in. Izuku, hey, calm down, old man. I'll free you now. After freeing Aizawa and receiving a scolding for the prank, they went to watch the other matches. To their surprise, most of the fights were still ongoing. He checked the screen where Melissa and Bakugo were. Although they seemed to be arguing, they managed to control All Might and advance slowly. Melissa used her one for all breath to quickly attack All Might and escape, while Bakugo distracted him with explosions. At one point, All Might grabbed Bakugo and threw him at the blonde. They started shouting at each other, but when they saw All Might with his fist raised, they both jumped in different directions. Bakugo went towards the American hero and launched an explosion that left All Might behind. Melissa took the opportunity to run towards the exit. When All Might wanted to stop Bakugo, Bakugo launched an explosion at his back. The American hero kept trying, but Bakugo kept insisting. All Might decided to hit him, but Melissa quickly got him out of the way. With a big push, she managed to get out of the area and pass the exercise. Bakugo, why did you come back for me? Melissa, because that's what a hero does. Bakugo, I never asked for your help, I had everything under control. Melissa, if not, All Might would have knocked you out with one hit and would have caught me. So, you're welcome. Bakugo, what did you say? Melissa, you're welcome. Bakugo, okay, you asked for it. Walks towards Melissa but collapses, unconscious. Melissa, yep, that's what would have happened. The battles continued, and most passed except a few. After they got their scores on camp day, green-haired Izuku found out reluctantly that he failed a course, so he was one of the few who had to study at camp. Everyone got on the bus and after a few hours arrived at their destination. Melissa, getting off the bus, fresh air. Jiro, I still can't believe you failed English. Izuku, I didn't understand present Mike, it's not my fault. Kaminari, ha, failing English. Kendo, remember, you failed 3 courses. Kaminari. Toga, I passed everything. Izuku, can I throw myself off this cliff? Mandalay, permission granted. Izuku, great, wait, what? Mandalay, well, now that everyone's here, we'll start. I'll be quick. Our lodging is over there, pointing to a house several kilometers away. Those who don't arrive before 12 won't eat. Jiru, crap, everyone on the bus. As Jiru was finishing, the cliff where they were standing broke, making all the students fall. They landed on several rock pieces, each finding their way through the forest. But our green-haired student decided to help his friends, taking them one by one to the place. Izuku, okay, is everyone here? Jiru, you missed Kaminari. Izuku, I think he can handle it. With Kaminari. Kaminari, surrounded by rock monsters, I'm screwed. Back to the group. Jiru, I think Kaminari just screamed. Izuku, I don't think so. Aizawa, arriving, what the heck, Hal looks at Izuku, right, he has speed. Kendo, it seems unfair, but I'm starving. Ragdoll, that's why I did the whole way. Izuku, well, I'm going in. Leaves. Kendo, well, do you want to see the place? Jiru, I'll go with you. Toga, behind you. Melissa, I'm going to talk to Aizawa about the training. Aizawa, it will be a long camp. From the forest, you could see several students coming out from the trees, most of them tired and bruised. In front of them were Aizawa and the pussycats waiting. Aizawa, all right, is everyone here? Kaminari, electricity doesn't work on rocks, hurt. Momo, we're missing Jiru, Toga, Izuku, and I think Kendo? Ida, they probably got left behind, they couldn't handle the challenge. Izuku, very funny behind Aizawa. Aizawa, the teammates Momo just mentioned were the first to arrive. Therefore, they have already had lunch. Since we didn't plan for this, they got the day off. Ida, but it's unfair, he has a speed quirk. Izuku, and you don't? Ida. Izuku, well, I was going to tell Momo that, but I think Aizawa already spoke. Kaminari, approaching Izuku, why didn't you take me? Izuku, I didn't see you. Kaminari, you could have looked for me. I ran into 3 stone monsters, and guess what? My quirk doesn't work on stone. Izuku, yeah, I should have thought of that. Kaminari, I need a break. Aizawa, you can go in and bathe in the hot springs. Then you can have dinner. Tomorrow, the real challenge begins. As Aizawa said, everyone went to do what was mentioned. Apparently, there was an incident in the bathrooms where a little boy named Kota fell, but luckily, Melissa, who had forgotten her phone, went into the bathroom and saved him from falling. She took him to Mandalay while Izuku was on the roof of the building where they were staying. Kendo, you know, it's hard for me when you climb to these kinds of places. Izuku, I wasn't comfortable in the room. Kaminari tried to help, but it didn't work. Kendo, are you going to sleep here? Izuku, of course, check out the view, buddy. Kendo, since when do you talk like that? Izuku, always. Kendo, seriously. Izuku, in the lounge, before Aizawa wakes up, I'll move to the room. Kendo, why don't you just try talking to them? Izuku, there's nothing to talk about. If they don't want me, I don't really care. Kendo, I know you care deep down. Izuku, not really. Kendo. Izuku, so, what's the top 2 student doing here? Kendo, damn Momo. Izuku, ha 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 ha. Kendo, we haven't talked much since the festival, and I wanted to ask you, did you manage to control your quirk? Izuku, not entirely, but it's better than before. The internships helped a lot. Kendo, you met Melissa, right? Izuku, yeah, it's nothing special. We happened to be in the same city, and since we had time, we hung out. Kendo, I see. Well, I'll leave you to your solitude, accelerate. Izuku, I need to find a better name. Kendo, how about Flash? Izuku, Flash? Why? Kendo, I don't know, I remember you used to say that, it seems you forgot. Plus, it suits you. Izuku, Flash, huh? I'll think about it. Kendo, alright, but if you choose it, I want my royalties. Izuku, you said I used to say it, so technically it's mine. Kendo, damn, you're right walking away. Izuku, rest. Kendo, you too, Flash. Izuku, alright, I'll lie down for a bit. I don't think I'll fall asleep. The next day came, and as the green-haired boy said, he fell asleep on the roof. Luckily, the strong rays of the sun woke him up before anyone noticed. He quickly got up and went to the dorms to change. By the time he did, many students were already waking up, and after a while, everyone was in front of the professionals. Tiger, alright, kid, you come with me. Izuku, I'm scared. Tiger, you all two pointing to Kendo, Momo, and a few others alright, with me you'll work on your quirk's endurance and strength. After a while and after Tiger gave several instructions, he had a special training plan for our green-haired friend. Izuku, what do I do? Tiger, see that waterfall over there? It has several rocks sticking out. You're going to climb it. Izuku, piece of cake. Tiger, without your quirk. Izuku, half a piece of cake. Tiger, and no tricks. Even with a good quirk, you're pretty skinny, and from what Aizawa told me, your body can't handle your quirk. So, before improving it, get better physically. You have all day. Izuku spent the entire morning trying to climb the waterfall. Whenever he made progress, the water current pushed him back. He didn't have enough strength. After several hours, someone interrupted him. Kendo, Izuku-wu. Izuku, Kendo, what's up? Coming out of the waterfall. Kendo, lunch. Aizawa asked me to bring it to you. Apparently, someone forgot we had a set time. Izuku, sorry, I was trying to do what I was told. Kendo, and what was that? Izuku, climb the waterfall. Kendo, that should be easy with your quirk. Izuku, without my quirk. Kendo, well, that makes it hard sitting on the ground, but you should try to focus. Izuku, focus sitting down as well. Kendo, alright, handing him lunch to start, get used to the mountain current. If you climb randomly from rock to rock, you'll never get anywhere. If you know where the current is weaker or which rock is better placed, it will be easier, don't you think? Izuku, you have a point, but how do I do that? Kendo, first, eat well. Then, stand under the waterfall and feel the water on your body. Remember when we were kids, you, me, and Bakugo? We wanted to grow up to do whatever we wanted, but if you think about it, we'll never be as free as we were before. Feel that freedom, feel like anything is possible, focus. I know you can do it. Izuku, alright, I feel motivated. Eats lunch quickly, thanks, Kendo. Kendo, that's what friends are for. Getting up now. If you'll excuse me, I need to do my own exercises. Izuku, see you later. Kendo, see you later. After Kendo's words, the green-haired boy went under the waterfall and felt the current on his body. He did this for a few hours until he managed to jump to a protruding rock. From there, he pushed himself to another rock and continued until he climbed the entire waterfall. From up there, he saw a beautiful view of the camp, but something seemed off. Izuku, I did it, but seeing smoke from the forest. That's smoke. The forest, everyone. Izuku, I did it, but look at the smoke from the forest. That's smoke. The forest, everyone. Izuku ran and noticed it was starting to rain. He reached the room where those who failed the exam were. There, he found someone with black hair and what seemed to be burned parts, and his teacher on guard. Okay, this will be. Izuku ran and before he could finish speaking, he crashed into the wall. Izuku, stay there. Aizawa, Midoriya, I see you came back. Izuku, what's going on? Aizawa, it looks like the villain league attacked the camp, which caused the fire. Kaminari, and everyone else is scattered in the forest for the bravery test. Izuku, sir, handle him, I will looks where the person was and sees nothing a clone? Aizawa, Midoriya, bring the others here. Once everyone is safe, we can act to defend ourselves. Izuku ran to find his classmates. He saw yellow smoke and started to create a tornado with his arms to clear it. Once it was gone, he saw Kendo, Jiru, and Momo with some people from 1B. Izuku, hey, are you okay? Jiru, better than ever, looks at some groggy people, could be worse. Kendo, you arrived just in time. If it weren't for Yaoyorozu, we'd be in trouble. Yaoyorozu, the masks were very useful. Tetsu, you saved our lives. I didn't know you could do this kind of thing. Izuku, what about the others? Jiru, let me check. Connects her jacks to the ground. 3 people are heading toward the fire, the others are back at the hostel, and 4 people seem to be fighting. Izuku, do you know where? Jiru, not far, just run all the way to the left. Izuku, I'll be back in a flash. Izuku ran to where Jiru pointed. When he arrived, he found Uraka and Tsuyu fighting several villains in black suits like Deadpool. Before anyone could react, the green-haired boy punched their stomachs, and they melted into goo. Izuku, return to Aizawa. Tsuyu, Midoriya, Karo. Uraka. Tsuyu, do you know what's happening? Izuku, some villains attack the camp. I'm telling everyone to get back quickly. Wait, I haven't seen Melissa. A loud noise came from a mountain. Tsuyu, I think I know where she is, Karo. Izuku, get back to Aizawa quickly. I'll check that out. Izuku ran to the mountain where the noise came from. He saw Melissa with a broken arm and a child behind her. In front of them was a very tall man with huge muscles. Izuku struck the man without thinking, but it had no effect. Muscular, huh? Who are you? Melissa, Izuku. Izuku, hey, you really took working until you break your bones literally again. Muscular tried to grab the green-haired boy, but he dodged the attack and positioned himself in front of the child and Melissa. Izuku, get him out of here and go to Aizawa. Melissa, I'm not leaving you alone. Izuku, you have a broken arm. Besides, I'm sure you promised to protect that kid. Melissa. Izuku, go on, I'll catch up soon. Muscular, don't make empty promises. Izuku, I'm a bit tired from training, but I think I can handle this. Muscular charged at Izuku to attack. Izuku dodged the blows and hit back, but the villain felt no pain. Muscular was a mass of muscle, and Izuku's attacks had no effect. Thinking quickly, Izuku began spinning to launch a lightning attack, but Muscular stopped him by charging, sending him crashing into several rocks. Izuku took advantage and threw the small rocks that fell to distract him. Muscular, you're quite a nuisance charging again. Izuku, and you're very hard to knock out. Izuku ran at the villain again, but this time Muscular started hitting his face. When Muscular paused from exhaustion, he grabbed Izuku and threw him into the sky. From up there, Izuku saw Todoroki's fire reaching a cloud, which gave him an idea. After barely recovering from the throw, he used the steep mountain to climb and then launched himself into the sky. He saw Todoroki's flames and the approaching storm, with Speedforce creating lightning at the cloud's top. Izuku, I hope this works. Izuku used himself as a lightning rod for the storm, getting hit by several lightning bolts while falling. All Muscular could see was something falling at an incredible speed. Izuku, Kirin. Muscular realized too late that the falling object was Izuku, charged with electrified energy. Izuku slammed into Muscular, shocking his entire body and burning many of his muscles. After a few seconds, the villain collapsed, while Izuku could barely stand. Izuku, that worked, but I was lucky. Without that storm, I couldn't have done it. How convenient. Falls to the ground. I need to get up, I still have to seize a figure. Melissa, wake up, accelerate. We have people to save. Picks him up on her shoulder. Izuku, as you can see, or rather, I don't think I can use my powers for a while. Melissa, yeah, I saw when I was coming back. I saw a ton of lightning falling from the sky. It was epic. You have to show the others. Izuku, no, I don't think I will. Melissa, alright, we need to move fast. They're looking for Bakugo. Izuku, great, we need to protect the Bomberman. Melissa, we just need to keep moving. Melissa carried Izuku through the forest. While running, they encountered a giant shadow, which looked like dark shadow out of control. Toga was also there, trying to help Tokoyami. Fortunately, Todoroki arrived with Bakugo and Kirishima, using his fire to calm dark shadow. Melissa, alright, we've got him. Todoroki, got who? Melissa, it looks like the League is after Bakugo. We need to get him to Aizawa now. Usually, Izuku would handle this, but points to him. Toga, what happened to you? Sees Melissa carrying Izuku on her back. Izuku, that's what happened. Bakugo, if they want me, let them come. They'll die. Kirishima, we should hurry. Melissa, okay then. I'll carry Izuku. Todoroki, Kirishima, cover Bakugo and make sure he doesn't escape. Both, understood. Look around and see he's not there. Mr. Compress, looking for this? Holds up some marbles. I also took the guy with the shadow. Might not be useful though. Melissa, damn, they've got him. Mr. Compress, if you'll excuse me, walks away. Melissa, one for all, full cowl 10%, hold on, starts running. Izuku, when we're close, throw me. Melissa, are you sure? You're not in great shape. Izuku, trust me. Melissa, nods. Melissa used her speed to get close to the villain. When near, she followed Izuku's order and threw him towards Mr. Compress. Izuku reached out to grab the marbles, but Compress was about to use his quirk on him. When close enough, the green-haired boy activated his speed, grabbed the villain's arm, took the marbles, and slammed him to the ground. Mr. Compress, impossible. Izuku, I can do this all day. A portal appeared behind them with several villains. At that moment, Melissa arrived and pulled Izuku out of danger. Melissa, do you have them? Izuku, of course, breaks the marbles. When Izuku broke both, Tokoyami emerged from one, but Toga came out of the other, apparently also transformed. Izuku, damn it. Mr. Compress, a magician takes something from his pocket, never reveals his secrets, enters the portal. Izuku, no. Izuku used his speed to try to reach the villain. He was so close, but just as he was about to catch him, his body gave out, and he began to collapse, quickly falling unconscious before even getting near the portal. Melissa, Izuku uu. Melissa, Izuku uu. After the green-haired boy fainted, the villains managed to escape. Several who had been defeated by the students were caught. They took Izuku to the cabin, and then paramedics arrived and took him to a nearby hospital along with the other kids. The next afternoon, the green-haired boy suddenly wakes up. Izuku gets up from the bed. What the hell? Looks around. Where? The hospital. Kendo, Izuku hugs him. Melissa, Izuku hugs him too. Kyoka and Kaminari, Midori hug him. Izuku, hey, guys, what the heck? Remembers everything. Damn, I need to find Bakugo. Todoroki enters with Toga. Todoroki, I see you woke up. Izuku, and what are you doing here? Todoroki, returning the favor. I thought about what you said, I guess you're not so bad. Izuku, I'm surprised it took you this long to realize. Toga, Izuku hugs him. Melissa, you have no idea how worried we were. Kendo, the doctor didn't know when you would wake up, and the machine couldn't read your heartbeat. Kyoka, we thought you were dead. Izuku, I'm not going to die that easily, believe me. How long? Kaminari, man, you were asleep for one day, you have really deep sleep, pulling away from the hugs. Izuku, a day. How are the others? More importantly, where's Bakugo? Kendo, the League, they took him. The teachers are planning to rescue him, but they haven't told us anything. Izuku, but do they know where he is? Kyoka, Momo put a tracker on one of them, it's just a matter of time. Izuku, Yaoyorozu. Melissa, wait, Izuku, that's bad, feels a breeze, damn it. Izuku searched the hospital for the black-haired girl. Luckily, she was there visiting Uraka, who had also been injured. In front of her friends, the green-haired boy grabbed her hand and took her to the rooftop in a blink. Yaoyorozu, confused, where? I was with Uraka a second ago, Midoriya. Izuku, you guessed it, detective. Yaoyorozu, you could have just sent me a message. Izuku, well, you gave me your number. Yaoyorozu, right. Izuku, anyway, can you give me a tracker to find Bakugo? Yaoyorozu, oh sure, give me a second, wait, I'm not giving you anything. Izuku, come on, President, just a 5-minute mission. Yaoyorozu, no, you already got into serious trouble at the camp, and now you want to go look for someone in a villain's hideout? Izuku, with my quirk, they won't even notice. Yaoyorozu, Midoriya, they considered expelling you. You don't know how we defended you, even though you acted to protect us. You don't have a license. Izuku, they were going to expel me for saving the day. Yaoyorozu, they were going to expel you because, 1. You acted without thinking about the consequences, not just hurting yourself but others too, and 2. You acted recklessly against the villains. You saved Melissa and the kid, but look at you, you were in bad shape, and everyone worried about you. Well, some people didn't annoyed, but you get the point. Izuku, this will be the last time, I promise. Yaoyorozu, fine, but with one condition, I'm coming with you. Melissa, jumping in, I'm coming too. Kaminari, I'm in too, walking out the door. Izuku, how long have you been here? Todoroki, long enough to figure out your plan. Kyoka, honestly, I'd like to go, but to avoid suspicion, I'll stay behind. Toga, I have a broken arm, stab someone for me. Kendo, I'm going too, Bakugo is my friend, I can't leave him there. Momo, so, you understand now, you're not alone. Izuku, alright, let's do this, smiling, let's save that explosive blonde. With that said, the team started their plan. It was simple, Izuku would quickly get Bakugo out of the villain's hideout and bring him to the others. Todoroki would freeze the place so they couldn't escape, while Kendo and Momo would make sure no one interrupted them. They did this while disguising themselves with Momo's quirk, hiding behind the wall where the hideout was supposed to be. With Bakugo. Bakugo, what do you want from me, extras? Shigaraki, simple, join us. You'd make a great villain. We know what you did to your friend. Bakugo, that was an accident. Shigaraki, an accident, laughs maniacally, you blew him up and ruined a kid's dream. I'm not sure if that's an accident. Bakugo, I had my reasons, I didn't want the nerd, the doorbell rings. Dabi, who ordered food? Sorry, someone ordered a California pizza? Spinner, what kind of pizza is that? All Might, with extra smash. The door of the hideout flew through the air as different heroes arrived, including Gran Torino and All Might. All Might, don't worry, Shonen, we're here. Spinner, damn, it's All Might. Shigaraki, Kurogiri, a portal now. With the team. Izuku, alright, according to this, we should be right behind this wall. Todoroki, yeah, I think we messed up. Izuku, and why's that? While they were talking, Mount Lady smashed the place with a giant kick, sending everything flying. Momo, what was that? Melissa, looks like Mount Lady. What exactly did you put the tracker on? Momo, on a Nomu. Izuku, well, that explains a lot. Kendo, what does it explain? Izuku, simple, this is where the Nomus are made, not where Bakugo is. We need to go back. The green-haired boy was about to continue when they saw someone with a metal mask coming out from the same hideout Mount Lady destroyed. All the heroes had been defeated without anyone noticing. To the others, this was a very strong villain, but for Melissa, it meant All Might would have to retire sooner. It was all for one, and he wasn't alone. When he appeared, several portals opened, bringing the League of Villains along with Bakugo. Izuku, that's Bakugo. I'll go for him quickly and get him out. With no heroes around, I should be safe. Kendo, wait, Izuku. Without thinking, Izuku went towards where Bakugo was. He was about to take him to the others when another person blocked his way, throwing him against the wall. Izuku, what the heck? Getting up. Hello, Flash, or should I say accelerate? Izuku, who the hell are you? I don't know, you tell me. What are you, a hero or a villain? Izuku, I don't have time for this. Izuku tries to leave, but the villain blocks his way. He was wearing a suit similar to Izuku's, but reversed. Izuku, I don't have time to waste with you. Time? Time is what you have plenty of. You don't know what you're capable of, or what you'll cause on your adventures. You're not aware of anything. Izuku, and you? You're just a villain with speed powers, who I need to crush to join the others. Question mark, oh no, kid, I'm not just someone with speed. Like you, I have, what's it called, right, speed, force. Izuku, okay, now this is getting weird. Question mark, this has just begun, and I'm going to show you the difference between us. This has just begun, and I'll show you the difference between us. Izuku, who the heck are you? Question mark, if you want to know, you'll have to catch me first. The villain sped off, followed by Izuku. The others were waiting for the green-haired boy to act, but nothing happened, which worried them a bit. Kendo, Izuku's taking too long. Do you think something happened to him? Melissa, if something happened, it's Izuku. He can handle it. But we need to get Bakugo out of there, another crash, now who? Seize the person All Might. Yes, the American hero had arrived. Kaminari, if All Might is here, we can leave. Melissa, no, we still need to get Bakugo out. If we don't, All Might won't be able to use his full power. Todoroki, alright, we need a quick plan. Kendo, I have an idea, but it might be too risky. Melissa, I'm all ears. With Izuku. Two streaks of light race through Japan's streets, sometimes colliding, looking like a chase. They finally stopped at the UA Stadium where the festival was held. They ended up on opposite sides of the arena. Izuku tried to recognize the villain but was charged at directly. He collided with the villain and was thrown into the air, crashing to the ground. Question mark, you're not that fast, Izuku. The villain ran through the arena, pursued by the green-haired boy. They raced through the hallways until the villain grabbed Izuku by his jacket and threw him down as they returned to the stadium. He kicked Izuku on the ground, sending him backward. Izuku, who are you? Question mark, you know me, Izuku. Izuku tried to hit the villain, but he dodged and hit Izuku's stomach, kicked his leg, then punched him twice in the head, and slammed him to the ground. Izuku, I don't know you. Question mark, you do, Izuku. We've been doing this for a long time, you and me. But I'm always a step ahead. Izuku tried to hit his chest, but the villain dodged and struck Izuku's chest with his palm, then grabbed him and slammed him back down. Question mark, it's your fate to lose to me, accelerate. Just like it's the fate of that girl to die in front of you. The villain dragged Izuku through the city back to where they started, slamming him into the wall of the same alley and leaving. Izuku, who the hell was that guy, spits blood, damn it. When he looked up, he saw an ice ramp over what looked like a crater with several villains. He got up a bit and saw Melissa carrying Kendo, who was extending her hand to someone. As if by magic, Bakugo also appeared with his explosion and grabbed Kendo's hand before escaping. Izuku, the others, how are they? The green-haired boy ran to where his friends were and only found Todoroki, Kaminari, and Yaoyorozu. Arriving badly injured, he collapsed near some trash bags. Yaoyorozu, what, looks at the green-haired boy, Izuku, what happened? Izuku, looks like there are more fast people than we thought. Kaminari, man, lifts him, damn, who did this to you? Izuku, I don't know, but I assure you, they'll pay. What happened to the others? Todoroki, we made a plan to get Bakugo out, and luckily it worked. The girls should be blending into the crowd now. Kaminari, man, will you be okay? Izuku, yeah, I just need to rest a bit. Momo, don't you think you need a hospital? Izuku, if I go to the hospital, Mom would find out, and then I'd get expelled. Todoroki, he has a point. Izuku, just leave me by this wall. Kaminari, are you sure? You don't look too good. Izuku, I heal quickly. After the others left Izuku and went their separate ways, the green-haired boy, feeling a bit better, walked until he saw a huge TV. He sat on the ground and saw All Might fighting All for One. It wasn't going well, and Izuku thought this might be the end of the symbol of peace. Even though he wasn't a huge fan of All Might, he knew what he meant to society. He wanted to help but knew he'd just get in the way alone. Melissa, just a few meters away, also saw her uncle and favorite hero fall on the same TV. She wanted to help, to keep his secret from being exposed, but knew it was impossible. She wasn't a match for All for One. In her frustration, she activated Ofa. Meanwhile, Izuku kept walking back to UA but noticed some familiar lightning. Izuku, Goldilocks. Melissa, Izuku, what happened to you? Izuku, long story, I'll tell you later. Melissa, oh okay. She looked back at the TV and saw her uncle in his skeletal form, his right hand being the only muscular part left. Izuku, are you okay? Melissa, he's going to win, right? It's All Might, my uncle. He always wins, bends down. It upset Izuku to see Melissa like this. They couldn't do anything to help All Might. He took off his slightly torn but still warm jacket and put it on Melissa. Izuku, stay warm, you'll get sick. Melissa looked at Izuku, tears starting to fall. She hugged him tightly as All Might gave his final smash. Both were stunned, especially Melissa, who knew what being a hero meant to her uncle. He struck his signature pose and looked at the camera. All Might, you keep going, pointing to the camera. To many, it was a warning to villains that if they caused trouble, they'd be next. But for Melissa, it meant something else. Izuku noticed this and hugged her tighter. She knew it was now her turn to be the symbol of peace, the best heroine. She rested her head on Izuku's chest and started crying. At that moment, Izuku remembered what the villain had said, just like the fate of that girl, to die in front of you. Izuku looked at Melissa with a determined expression. Izuku, I won't let anything happen to her. While the others watched All Might's final broadcast, someone in the US prepared for a trip. He had reddish hair and seemed a bit younger than Izuku. Son, remember you're heading to Japan in a few days. I hope you're ready. Yes, I can't wait to see my sister. How's Melissa? David, she hasn't responded to any messages today. Anyway, get ready, Wally. You've just discovered your quirk and you're already heading to UA. Wally, UA? What kind of people will I meet there? After some time, the UA students got a short vacation. Each one dealt with All Might's situation in their own way. While UA was going door to door asking for permission to let students stay in the new residential area for better security, we find the green-haired boy at home with his mom, who had returned after hearing about the situation. Izuku, okay, my mom will be here any moment. I'm going to take a bath. Opens the door and sees someone. What are you doing here, Toga? Toga, well, it seems my parents officially kicked me out. Did you hear about UA's new residential zones? Izuku, yeah, I read the letter. My mom is coming now, so put on some clothes before she arrives. Toga, it's in that basket over there. Points to the basket. Izuku grabs the clothes and hands them to Toga. She gets out of the tub and thanks him. He blushes slightly and closes the curtain. Izuku, hurry up. My mom doesn't know you're living here yet. Leaves the bathroom. Inko, who's here? Izuku, startled. Mom, I see you've arrived. Inko, yes, isn't UA supposed to come and talk to us? By the way, who were you talking to? Izuku, no one. Let's go to the living room. They might arrive any moment. Guides her. Toga, I'm done. Exits the bathroom. Inko, Izuku Midoriya. Izuku, looks down. Mom, this is Himiko. Toga. Toga, his girlfriend, hugs Izuku. Inko, why you have a girlfriend? Izuku, what? No. She's a classmate. She's been staying here due to some circumstances. Doorbell rings. Inko, it must be UA. Izuku, Toga, hide in my room. I don't want Aizawa to misunderstand this. Toga, okay. Izuku and his mother went to answer the door. Aizawa, more formal than Izuku expected, came in and explained the current situation. He said that student security would be better if they moved to UA. Izuku's mother was initially hesitant, which annoyed Izuku because he didn't want his mom interfering with his dreams. Before Izuku could speak, Aizawa apologized for how things had gone and bowed, asking them to allow Midoriya. This surprised both Izuku and his mom. After Aizawa's gesture, she agreed, signed some papers, and Aizawa left, receiving thanks from the green-haired boy. The hero smiled and left. After Aizawa was gone, Toga came down, and Izuku explained her situation. Izuku's mom was understanding and said Toga could stay as long as needed. This made both of them smile. The rest of the week went by normally until the students returned to UA. Everyone gathered in front of the High Alliance. Aizawa, alright, this is where you'll live during your time at UA. There are separate areas for men and women. We will provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but if you want to cook for yourself, you can use the kitchen. Kaminari, awesome, this place is huge. Kirishima, yeah, it's totally manly. Mina, great, after we set up our rooms, let's have a contest to see who has the best room. Are you in? Izuku, I'm out. I just want to rest. Walks away. Mina, that was quick. Kendo, something's not right, I'll pass, guys. I have something to do. Izuku quickly organizes his room, putting up posters, connecting his game console to a computer screen, and tidying his desk with extra stuff. Izuku, that should do it. Notices someone entering. Kendo, may I come in? Izuku, how did you find my room? Kendo, you're my best friend. Izuku, looks at her. Kendo, you left the door open. Closes the door. Are you okay? Izuku, of course. Why wouldn't I be? Kendo, you didn't tell me why you disappeared during Bakugo's rescue. Izuku, I had a run-in with a villain, someone with the same power as mine. Kendo, someone who can move at your speed, other than reverse? Izuku, yeah, but he wasn't a match for me. He was too fast, and he beat me up. I couldn't do anything. Kendo, wait a second. Faster than you, and he's a villain? Izuku, yeah, I couldn't do anything. I don't know how I didn't die, and by the time I realized, I couldn't help All Might either. Tears flow. If only I'd been faster, maybe All Might wouldn't have. Kendo, Izuku hugs him. It's not your fault. Even if you'd helped, who knows what might have happened. If they stole your quirk or worse, killed you. It wasn't the best outcome, but we can't ask for more. Kachan is okay, everyone is safe. Even if All Might is gone, he's not the only hero. Everything will be sorted out in a flash. Izuku, almost without tears. In a flash, huh? Thanks, Kendo. Kendo, that's what friends are for. Now cheer up. The others are going to play Monopoly later. Stands up. You can join us if you want. Remember, Izuku, you'll always be my hero. Leaves. Izuku, a hero, huh? I guess I could join them, but first. Izuku ran to Aizawa's office, scattering papers everywhere. Aizawa, Midoriya, what's going on? Izuku, is it possible to change my hero name? Aizawa, it would involve a lot of paperwork, but generally, yes. Why? Izuku, I want to change mine. Aizawa, why? Izuku, it sounds better. Aizawa, alright, what would your new name be? Takes out paper and pencil. Izuku, Flash. Aizawa, okay, Flash. Go back to the others, and I'll see what I can do. Izuku, thanks, Sensei. Bows and leaves. Aizawa, Flash, huh? Doesn't sound bad. Now looks at all the papers. I should have asked him to pick these up. Damn it. After the talk with Aizawa, the green-haired boy went to the common room with the others. Despite the recent events, some people still didn't want him around, but he didn't care. He joined his friends and chatted until nightfall when he got ready for bed. Speedforce, we need to talk. Izuku, don't tell me. Sarcastically.